Welcome to Clash at the Castle. We have 8 huge title matches scheduled tonight, and we can't wait to get started. The World Heavyweight Championship is on the line at Clash at the Castle, where Finn Balor puts his title against CM Punk and Gunther in a thrilling triple threat match. It all started when Balor gloatingly retained against John Cena, only to be confronted by Punk, who was then blindsided by Gunther, setting off a chain reaction that led to this moment. A #1 contender match between Punk and Gunther was derailed by Balor's interference, and now all 3 men are headed to clash at the castle. The tension between them is palpable, and with Gunther bailing on Punk in their tag team match past Monday, the animosity is running high. Who will emerge victorious and claim the World Heavyweight Championship?
The following triple threat match, scheduled for one fall, is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing the first challenger. From Vienna, Austria, weighing in at 250 pounds, representing Imperium, he is the ring general, Gunther.
Gunther is making his way to the ring, his confident stride and intense gaze exuding a sense of destiny as he prepares to take on Finn Balor and CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. The ring general is driven by a singular focus, determined to prove himself as a champion and capture the title that has eluded him thus far. And he's got one shot to make it happen in this unpredictable triple threat match.
Next, from Chicago, Illinois, weighing at 218 pounds, he is the Second City Saint, CM Punk.
CM Punk is strutting down to the ring, his signature swagger and confidence on full display as he prepares to take on Finn Balor and Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Punk's got his work cut out for him though, facing not only the ruthless Balor, but also Gunther, who's got a psychological edge after beating Punk in the King of the Ring tournament. And Punk will need to draw on every ounce of his experience and skill to overcome these obstacles to prove that he is still the best in the world.
And their opponent. From Bray, Ireland, weighing in at 190 pounds, representing the Judgment Day, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, the Prince, Finn Balor.
Finn Balor is making his way to the ring, his champion's swagger and confidence radiating as he looks to continue his momentum and retain the World Heavyweight Championship against CM Punk and Gunther. Balor's been on a roll since cashing in his Money in the Bank contract, and with a dominating win over John Cena under his belt, he's looking to prove once again why he's the best man to hold the title, and he's not going to let Punk or Gunther stand in his way. Finn Balor bursts out of the gate with relentless energy, overwhelming both CM Punk and Gunther as he sets the tone early. Punk quickly shakes off the flurry, answering back with stiff strikes and that signature edge, determined not to be overshadowed. Just as the momentum shifts, Gunther halts Punk's rally with a brutal counter, sending him crashing to the outside. Balor stays one step ahead, unleashing vicious kendo stick shots on Gunther before smoothly reversing Punk's backdrop into a slick bulldog that keeps the crowd on their feet. Balor drives Gunther back into the ring and nails a sling blade before going for the cover. Punk slides in just in time, breaking it up and keeping the match alive. Punk plants Balor with a thunderous Falcon Arrow, then shifts focus to Gunther, expertly dodging the strikes and pulling him into the Anaconda Vice. Gunther fights through the pain, powering his way out of the hold as the struggle intensifies in the center of the ring. Punk keeps the pressure high, trying to take control of the chaos. He hoists Gunther up for the GTS, but Gunther powers out and drills Punk with a thunderous powerbomb, only for Balor to dive in at the last second to break up the pin. Balor tries to lift Gunther, but the ring general slips free and plants him with a sharp DDT. Gunther begins to take control of the match. Gunther flattens Balor with a brutal clothesline and goes for the cover, only for Punk to crash in and break it up just in time. Balor digs deep and finds his second win, exploding with a flurry of offense that sends both opponents reeling. He lands a crisp, spinning headlock elbow drop on Gunther and quickly hooks the leg. But Punk dives in to break the count yet again. Wasting no time, Punk traps Gunther in the Anaconda Vice, but Gunther digs in and muscles his way out, refusing to tap. Gunther takes command with ruthless precision, overwhelming Punk with sheer power as he dominates the pace of the match. Just as Gunther looks to seal the deal after a clothesline on Punk, Balor storms back in and sends Gunther crashing to the outside. Balor then scales the top rope and drives the coup de grace into Punk's chest.
Here is your winner, and, still, the World Heavyweight Champion, the Prince, Finn Balor.
Finn Balor proves why he's the champion, overcoming the intense challenges from both Gunther and CM Punk in a thrilling triple threat match to secure the win and retain the World Heavyweight Championship in a moment that will be remembered for a long time. The stage is set as Lyra Valkyria puts her Women's Intercontinental Championship on the line against #1 contender Thea Hail. Hail's been on a mission since winning the Battle Royal, and despite a tough road ahead, including a run-in with the Kabuki Warriors, she's proven herself to be a force to be reckoned with. Lyra Valkyria, meanwhile, has shown she's got the skills and determination to defend her title. These two women have developed a mutual respect for each other, and it's going to make this match even more intense. Who will emerge victorious and claim the Women's Intercontinental Championship at Clash at the Castle?
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the Women's Intercontinental Championship.
Thea Hail is making her way to the ring, her confidence and determination palpable as she prepares to challenge Lyra Valkyria for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, a title she's been gunning for since she shocked the world by winning the Battle Royal to become the #1 contender. Hail's got her sights set on bringing home her first ever title in the company, and she's ready to put in the work to take down the champ. Lyra Valkyria is strutting down to the ring, her champion's aura radiating confidence and focus as she prepares to defend her Women's Intercontinental Championship against the determined Thea Hail. Valkyria's got her eyes on the prize, and she's ready to put their differences aside and prove why she's the best woman to hold the title.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Introducing first, the challenger. From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, representing Chase University, Thea Hail. And her opponent. From Dublin, Ireland, she is the Women's Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria.
Lyra Valkyria bursts out of the gate with fierce energy, immediately putting Thea Hail on the defensive. The champion is showing no hesitation, asserting her dominance with sharp, focused offense. Hail is clearly rattled in these opening moments, unable to mount a response against Valkyria's intensity. It's a commanding start for Valkyria, who looks every bit the champion as she controls the pace early on. Hail slips free and fires back with sudden momentum, catching Valkyria off guard. In a stunning twist, Hail hits the knife beat and dives into the cover. But Valkyria kicks out, showing incredible resilience against her own finisher. Hail keeps the pressure on with a high-impact elbow drop from the top rope, landing square on the champion. Wasting no time, she traps Valkyria in a vicious Kimura lock, cranking back with intent to force a shocking submission. Valkyria grits her teeth and powers out of the Kimura lock, breaking free with raw strength. Now back on top, the champion digs deep, rallying with relentless determination to prove why she's the rightful title holder. Valkyria maintains her dominance, lifting Hail high and driving her into the mat with a brutal powerbomb. She wastes no time, immediately following up with her devastating Nightwing finisher, leaving Hail reeling and unable to recover. Valkyria ascends to the top turnbuckle and soars through the air, landing a picture-perfect frog splash across Hail's chest, then hooks the leg for the cover.
Here is your winner, and, still, Women's Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria.
Lyra Valkyria showcases her championship medal, overcoming the challenge of Thea Hail with a thrilling combination of skill and determination to successfully defend her Women's Intercontinental Championship. The WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match is up next, as Bayley and Naomi put their titles on the line against Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. The challengers have been relentless in their pursuit of gold, attacking the champs after their win over Shayna Baszler and Candice LeRae. Bayley and Naomi fired back, but Niven and Green have been on a roll, with Niven taking out Naomi with a steel chair and Green capitalizing on Bayley's mistake to beat her in their match. The tag champs are looking battered and bruised, but can they overcome the odds and retain their titles, or will Green and Niven's momentum prove too much to handle? The stage is set for an intense showdown at Clash at the Castle.
The following tag team contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship.
Chelsea Green and Piper Niven are making their way to the ring, exuding an air of confidence and menace as they look to capitalize on their recent momentum and capture the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship from Bayley and Naomi. With a steel chair-assisted win and a history of brutal attacks, Green and Niven are looking to bring their brand of ruthless tag team wrestling to the ring and take down the champs. Bayley and Naomi are strutting down to the ring, their tag team chemistry and determination palpable as they look to defend their WWE Women's Tag Team Championship against the ruthless duo of Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Despite being battered and bruised from recent attacks, the champs are ready to put on a show and prove why they've been holding on to the titles, and they're not going to let Green and Niven take them without a fight.
The following tag team contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, the challengers. They are the team of Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. And their opponents. They are the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Bayley and Naomi.
The match kicks off with Bayley and Piper Niven, but it's Niven who swiftly asserts dominance, using her strength to control the pace. With Bayley and Naomi still reeling from their previous attacks, Chelsea Green and Piper Niven capitalize on the opportunity, working in sync to wear down the champions. Bayley narrowly escapes danger, rolling out of harm's way and looking to turn the tide by targeting Green. She wastes no time in applying the pressure, wearing down Green with relentless intensity. Bayley tags in Naomi, and the pressure keeps mounting as they take turns to wear down Green. The champions are methodically punishing her, a clear response to the relentless attacks they've endured in recent weeks. Bayley is tagged back in, working seamlessly with Naomi to maintain their momentum. After a well-executed tag move, Bayley focuses on keeping the pressure on, determined to stay one step ahead of her opponents. Green capitalizes on Bayley's mistake with a counter that shifts the momentum. With a swift tag to Niven, the tide turns as Niven enters the ring to punish Bayley, taking full advantage of the opening. Bayley refuses to stay down, fighting back with everything she has, but the sheer size and power of Niven make it difficult for her to gain any real advantage. Desperation sets in as Bayley tries to roll up the giant for a quick pin, hoping to catch her off guard. However, Niven powers out almost immediately. Bayley starts to find her rhythm, battling back and delivering a much-needed dose of payback to Niven. With a surge of energy, Bayley nails the rose plant, looking to end this match on her terms. She quickly goes for the pin, but Niven shows her resilience, kicking out just in time to keep the match alive. Undeterred by the near fall, Bayley stays focused and locks Niven into the rings of Saturn, hoping to force the submission. However, Niven's strength proves too much, and she powers out of the hold. Niven swiftly regains control, charging at Bayley in the corner with undeniable purpose and intensity. Without hesitation, she ascends to the middle rope and nails the Vader bomb, crushing Bayley with all her weight.
Here are your winners via pinfall and new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Chelsea Green and Piper Niven.
Chelsea Green and Piper Niven have pulled off an upset, capitalizing on the visible wear and tear on Bayley and Naomi to secure the win and claim the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Green and Niven's momentum proves too much for the battered and bruised champs as they celebrate their title win. The European Championship is on the line next in a fatal four-way match that's been months in the making. It all started when Andrade set his sights on Santos Escobar's title, but Braun Strowman and Dragon Lee soon jumped into the fray, each with their own motivations and agendas. The chaos has been non-stop, with Strowman turning on Escobar, Andrade seeking revenge, and Lee pulling off a shocking win over the champ. Nick Aldis had no choice but to throw all four men into the mix, and now they're all vying for the title in what promises to be an instant classic. Who will emerge victorious and claim the European Championship?
The following fatal four-way match, scheduled for one fall, is for the European Championship. There will be no count-out and no disqualification. Introducing the first challenger. From Tala, Mexico, weighing in 165 pounds, representing Latino World Order, Dragon Lee.
Dragon Lee is bursting into the ring, his luchador spirit and agility on full display as he looks to pull off the upset and claim the European Championship from Santos Escobar, Andrade, and Braun Strowman. With his quickness and technical skill, Lee is ready to outmaneuver the competition and prove why he's one of the most exciting competitors in the division, all while chasing his first European Championship title.
Next, from Sherrills Ford, North Carolina, weighing in at 335 pounds, he is the monster among men, Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman is thundering into the ring, his massive frame and intense stare commanding attention as he prepares to unleash his destructive force on the competition and claim the European Championship. Strowman is looking to prove that he's the most dominant force in the division, and with his incredible strength and power, he's a serious threat to all three of his opponents, including the champ Santos Escobar.
Next, from Durango, Mexico, weighing in at 210 pounds, he is El Dolo, Andrade.
Andrade is making his way to the ring, his intense focus and determination radiating from every step as he prepares to challenge Santos Escobar for the European Championship in a match that could be the defining moment of his career. With a history of high-flying moves and technical prowess, Andrade is ready to unleash his skills and take down the champ, proving why he's been gunning for the title all along.
And their opponent. From Mexico City, weighing in at 198 pounds, representing Legado del Fantasma, he is the European champion, Santos Escobar.
Santos Escobar is strutting into the ring, his confident swagger and charisma radiating from every step as he prepares to defend his European Championship against the challenging trio of Andrade, Braun Strowman, and Dragon Lee. With the support of his Legado del Fantasma cohorts watching from the sidelines, Escobar is looking to prove why he's the champion, using his quickness and ring generalship to outmaneuver his opponents and retain his title. The bell rings and chaos erupts immediately, with all four superstars diving into the action in a whirlwind of intensity. Santos Escobar and Andrade seem to gain an early edge, working with sharp precision. The pace is too volatile to call anything just yet. Strowman powers back to his feet, looking to regain control and remind everyone of his sheer strength. Andrade doesn't back down, showing remarkable resilience and confidence as he stays on the attack. Andrade stays focused, quickly turning his attention back to Escobar as he keeps the pressure high. Every move he makes feels calculated as he balances aggression with precision. Andrade goes for the cover on Lee after a thunderous spinning back elbow strike, but Lee manages to kick out at the last possible moment, keeping his hopes alive in this high-stakes clash. Lee digs deep, battling through the pain as he pushes himself back into the action. His speed and heart are on full display, refusing to let the momentum slip away despite the punishment he's taken. Strowman and Lee briefly join forces, working together to wear down Escobar with ruthless efficiency. But the truce ends in an instant as Strowman grabs hold of Lee, locking in a crushing submission. Lee fights his way out of Strowman's grip and brings the big man crashing down. Lee drops Escobar next and goes for the cover, but Escobar digs deep and kicks out just before the 3 count. Escobar rises with determination, shaking off the effects of the near fall as he zeroes in on the chaos around him. He's showing exactly why he belongs in the championship conversation, using his ring awareness and grit to shift the momentum. Andrade walks right into the Phantom Driver, and the tag turns sharply in Escobar's favor. Lee shows no fear, firing off a rapid flurry of strikes that drops Escobar and shifts the momentum once again. Just as Lee goes for the cover after Strowman's devastating powerbomb, Strowman breaks it up without hesitation, refusing to let the win slip away. With Escobar still down outside the ring, Andrade seizes the moment to drop-kick Strowman and keep the pressure on. Lee capitalizes perfectly, delivering a running knee strike that floors Andrade.
Here is your winner and new European champion, Dragon Lee.
Dragon Lee has pulled off the stunning upset, capitalizing on a moment to cover Andrade for the pin and claim the European Championship in the thrilling Fatal 4-Way match. The Luchador's speed and agility proved to be the difference makers as he outlasted Escobar, Andrade, and Strowman to win the title in an incredible turn of events. The World Tag Team Championship is on the line in an Extreme Rules match that's been brewing for weeks. The War Raiders captured the titles from DIY at Survivor Series, but the challengers have been relentless in their pursuit of revenge. DIY shocked the world with a pre-match ambush, but the War Raiders still managed to retain. The intensity has only increased, with both teams trading attacks and challenges, and now they meet again in a match with no holds barred. The stakes are high, and the action is going to be intense. Will DIY reclaim the titles, or will the War Raiders prove too strong to overcome?
The following Extreme Rules match, scheduled for 1 fall, is for the World Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, the challengers. Weighing in at a combined weight of 400 pounds, they are the team of Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano, and the Blackheart, Tommaso Ciampa, DIY.
DIY is storming into the ring, their determination and hunger for revenge palpable as they look to dethrone the War Raiders and reclaim the World Tag Team Championship in an Extreme Rules match. With nothing off limits and no rules to hold them back, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa are ready to unleash their fury and take down the champions in a battle for tag team supremacy.
And their opponents. Weighing in at a combined weight of 552 pounds, they are the World Tag Team Champions, Eric and Ivar, the War Raiders.
The War Raiders are making their ominous entrance, their intense stare and physical presence commanding attention as they prepare to defend their World Tag Team Championship against DIY in an Extreme Rules match. Eric and Ivar are ready to lay the smackdown on Gargano and Ciampa and proving why they're the dominant force in tag team competition. Tensions are at a boiling point as the War Raiders and DIY prepare to collide in an Extreme Rules war for the World Tag Team Championship. No rules, no limits, and absolutely no love lost between these two battle-hardened teams. Johnny Gargano explodes out of the gate with unrelenting intensity, setting the tone for DIY's all-out assault in this Extreme Rules showdown. The War Raiders find themselves on the back foot early as Gargano drives his team's furious push to reclaim the gold. The chaos spills to ringside as Gargano unleashes ruthless punishment on Eric, showing just how far he's willing to go to bring the titles back to DIY. The momentum shifts rapidly as both teams trade control, countering each other with precision and grit. Neither side is giving an inch, their determination to leave with the World Tag Team Championship fueling every exchange. The intensity only escalates, with the crowd hanging on every moment of this hard-hitting battle. The match descends into sheer brutality. Ivar turns the tide with a vicious shot to Gargano, giving the War Raiders a brutal edge. Ciampa answers back with unrelenting fury, driving Ivar into the steel post with no hesitation. But Eric quickly retaliates, sending Ciampa crashing into a ladder, showing just how far each man is willing to go to seize the championship. Back in the ring, Eric stays on the attack, delivering a punishing combination to Ciampa before going for the cover, while Ivar keeps Gargano neutralized at ringside to prevent the save.
Here are your winners, and, still, World Tag Team Champions, the War Raiders.
The War Raiders are emerging victorious once again, their brutal strength and dominance proving too much for DIY to overcome as they retain the World Tag Team Championship in a bloody and battered Extreme Rules match. The stage is set for a thrilling showdown as WWE Women's Champion Becky Lynch puts her title on the line against the challenger Nia Jax. Jax has been on a mission to dethrone Lynch, launching a series of vicious attacks that have left the champion reeling. From brutal annihilators to vicious blows with the championship belt, Nia Jax has made it clear she's coming for the title. Lynch has had enough, and now it's time to settle the score. Can the champion hold on to her title, or will Nia Jax's power and aggression prove too much to overcome?
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the WWE Women's Championship.
Nia Jax is storming into the ring, her intense gaze and powerful physique commanding attention as she prepares to challenge Becky Lynch for the WWE Women's Championship. With a fierce determination burning in her eyes, Jax is ready to unleash her destructive force on the champion and claim the title she's been gunning for with a series of brutal attacks. Becky Lynch is bursting into the ring, her fiery spirit and champion mentality on full display as she prepares to defend her WWE Women's Championship against the challenger, Nia Jax. With a fierce glint in her eye, Lynch is ready to take on the powerful Jax and prove why she's one of the greatest champions in WWE history, refusing to back down from a fight.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the WWE Women's Championship. Introducing first, the challenger, from San Diego, California, she is the Queen of the Ring, the irresistible force, Nia Jax. And her opponent. From Dublin, Ireland, she is the WWE Women's Champion, the Man, Becky Lynch.
The atmosphere is electric as the bell rings, with Becky Lynch charging in full of fire and determination. But the irresistible force stands tall, barely budging, using her size and power to set the tone. Despite Lynch's relentless efforts, Jax is in control early on, asserting her dominance with sheer physicality. Jax keeps the pressure on, methodically wearing down Lynch with every calculated movement. Lynch is clearly in trouble here, struggling to gather any momentum as Jax smothers her on the mat. The champion's resilience is being tested early, and the challenger isn't letting up. Lynch digs deep, trying to rally with a burst of energy against the powerhouse in front of her. She goes for the arm, looking to lock in a submission that's won her gold before, but Jax muscles out of it with alarming ease, shrugging off the hold and halting Lynch's comeback. Jax looks to put Lynch away with a crushing leg drop, but the champion rolls clear just in time. Seizing the moment, Lynch summons everything she has left and somehow lifts Jax, driving her down with the manhandle slam. She hooks the leg for the pin, but Jax kicks out, refusing to stay down. Jax turns the tide with a counter and pulls Lynch into a crushing bearhead, draining the air from the champion's lungs. Lynch fights through the pain and breaks free, desperately trying to hoist Jax again, but her strength gives out. Jax takes full advantage, lifting Lynch with ease and slamming her hard to the mat. The champion digs deep and kicks out just in time. Jack stands ready, stalking Lynch for the Samoan drop, but the champion slips out just in time to avoid disaster. Lynch taps into a second wind, digging deep and bringing Jax down with a sudden burst of momentum. Both women are running on fumes, but Lynch climbs to the middle rope, takes flight, and crashes down with a huge leg drop before going for the cover.
Here is your winner and, still, WWE Women's Champion, Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch is showing the world what makes her a champion, fighting off the relentless onslaught from Nia Jax with every ounce of strength she has and refusing to give up, even when it seems like all hope is lost. Lynch manages to eke out a hard-fought victory, retaining the WWE Women's Championship and proving once again why she's one of the toughest competitors in the WWE. The stage is set for a thrilling triple threat match as WWE Women's World Champion Io Sky defends her title against Bianca Belair and Mandy Rose. The bad blood between these three women has been building for weeks, with a series of vicious attacks and intense matches that have left the women's division on high alert. Bianca Belair's quest for revenge against Mandy Rose and Toxic Attraction has been fueled by past attacks, while Io Sky is determined to assert her dominance and prove herself as the champion. With tensions running high and the title on the line, this match promises to be an explosive clash of styles and personalities who will emerge victorious and claim the top spot.
The following triple threat match, scheduled for one fall, is for the Women's World Championship. There will be no count out and no disqualification. Introducing the first challenger. From Yorktown Heights, New York, representing Toxic Attraction, Mandy Rose.
Mandy Rose is strutting into the ring, her seductive confidence and sly smile commanding attention as she prepares to clash with Io Sky and Bianca Belair for the WWE Women's World Championship. With Toxic Attraction's momentum behind her, Rose is ready to unleash her own brand of manipulation and cunning to outmaneuver her opponents and claim the title.
Next, from Knoxville, Tennessee, she is the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair.
Bianca Belair is making her high-energy entrance, her confident swagger and charisma electrifying the crowd as she prepares to challenge Io Sky for the WWE Women's World Championship in a thrilling triple threat match. With her iconic kiss curls bouncing and her EST spirit on full display, Belair is ready to take on the best of the best and prove why she's one of the top competitors in the women's division.
And their opponent. From Tokyo, Japan, representing Damage Control, she is the Women's World Champion, the Genius of the Sky, Io Sky.
Io Sky is bursting into the ring, her intense energy and focused determination palpable as she prepares to defend her WWE Women's World Championship against the challenges of Bianca Belair and Mandy Rose. With her signature poise and precision, Sky is ready to unleash a flurry of high-flying moves and showcase her skills, determined to prove why she's the champion and retain her title. The match kicks off with all three competitors brimming with intensity, each woman laser focused on the prize. The momentum shifts constantly as each superstar battles to gain the upper hand, only to be cut off before building any real control. Every time one competitor starts to rise, the other two quickly shut her down, keeping the playing field completely even. Rose seizes a burst of momentum and looks poised to take command, showing impressive confidence in the moment. But Bianca Belair steps in with raw power, halting Rose's progress. Rose digs deep and refuses to be overpowered. The escape leaves an opening that Sky quickly exploits, but Rose is one step ahead, catching the champion and delivering a punishing suplex. The battle spills to ringside, where chaos erupts and the no disqualification rule comes into full effect. Steel meets flesh as the environment becomes a weapon, with each competitor using anything they can get their hands on to gain an edge. The brutality escalates as bodies collide with barricades and unforgiving surfaces, showing just how far these women are willing to go for the title. Belair finds her rhythm and drives Rose into the mat with authority, building serious momentum. She then powers Sky into the air, He crashes her down with a thunderous KOD, the crowd erupting as Belair goes for the cover. But in a stunning display of resilience, the champion kicks out just before the 3 count, keeping her title hopes alive. Belair keeps the pressure on Rhodes, showcasing her dominance as the crowd senses she's closing in on victory. But just as the tide seems to turn in her favor, Sky re-enters the ring wielding a baseball bat, bringing Belair's momentum to a sudden brutal halt. Sky wastes no time capitalizing, locking Belair in a tight Koji clutch, but Belair powers out with incredible strength, then turns her attention to Rhodes, planting her with another crushing KOD, only for Rhodes to dig deep and kick out of the pin attempt. Rhodes rolls out of danger and strikes with a devastating facebuster on Belair, quickly going for the pin in a desperate bid to win the title. Sky doesn't waste a second after breaking the pin, immediately trapping Mandy Rose in the punishing Koji clutch, wrenching back with relentless precision.
Here is your winner, and, still, Women's World Champion, Io Sky.
Io Sky proves why she's the champion, outlasting both Bianca Belair and Mandy Rose. Title in hand, Sky stands tall, her dominance clear after a hard-fought battle against 2 of the division's toughest competitors. The stage is set for a brutal showdown as undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes puts his title on the line against his former friend Randy Orton in a no-holds-barred match. The betrayal and backstabbing have been simmering for weeks, with Orton's vicious sneak attacks pushing Rhodes to his limits. But it's personal now. Rhodes is driven by more than just the title. He's driven by the hurt and anger of being stabbed in the back by someone he considered a friend. With no rules to hold them back, these 2 competitors will stop at nothing to emerge victorious. And the question on everyone's mind is, can Cody Rhodes overcome the odds and retain his title? Or will Randy Orton's ruthless tactics prove too much to handle?
The following contest, scheduled for 1 fall, is for the undisputed WWE Championship. There will be no count-out, no disqualification, and no holds barred.
Randy Orton, the king of the ring, is making his ominous entrance, his confident swagger and cold, calculating gaze sending a chill down the spine of the crowd as he prepares to challenge Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship. With a sly smile spreading across his face, Orton is reveling in the chaos and destruction that's about to unfold, knowing that in a no-holds-barred match, anything can happen, and he's ready to take advantage of it. Cody Rhodes is storming into the ring, his determination and intensity palpable as he prepares to defend his undisputed WWE Championship against the treacherous Randy Orton in a no-holds-barred match. With a fierce glint in his eye, Rhodes is fueled by his anger and hurt over Orton's betrayal, and he's ready to lay it all on the line to prove why he's the champion and why Orton's title aspirations will come up short.
The following contest, scheduled for 1 fall, is for the undisputed WWE Championship. There will be no count-out, no disqualification, and no holds barred. Introducing first, the challenger. From St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 275 pounds, he is the king of the ring, the Viper, Randy Orton. And his opponent. From Marietta, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, he is the undisputed WWE champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes bursts out of the gate with intensity, his eyes locked on Randy Orton, fueled by vengeance and the weight of championship pride. But Orton isn't here to play second fiddle. He meets Cody's fire with cold, calculated fury, shutting down the momentum with ruthless precision. The Viper digs deep, unleashing a relentless assault. Cody digs in and answers back with heart and grit, refusing to stay down in the face of Orton's onslaught. Every move he makes now is laced with purpose and fury as he fights not just to win, but to make Orton feel the weight of every betrayal. Orton tries to slip away to regroup, but Cody stays on him like a shadow, cutting off the escape and planting him with a pedigree at ringside. Back in the ring, Cody strikes with thunderous finality, drilling Orton into the mat with the crossroads and going straight for the cover. But Orton shocks the crowd with a last-second kickout, then surges back to his feet, digging deep to turn the tide and claw his way back into the fight. Orton taps into his most vicious instincts, unleashing a merciless assault with a steel chair that echoes through the arena. With Cody reeling, the Viper strikes with that signature rope hung DDT, methodical and punishing. Then comes the RKO out of nowhere, perfectly executed. And unbelievably, Cody kicks out, refusing to let the title slip through his fingers. The battle spills to ringside once again, chaos unfolding as both men trade punishing blows with everything on the line. In the flurry of back-and-forth mayhem, Orton's veteran instincts take over, allowing him to outmaneuver Cody and regain control. With Cody struggling, Orton drags him back into the ring, his demeanor cold and calculated. He targets Cody's limbs with surgical precision, then tries to steal the win using the ropes for leverage. But Cody digs deep and powers out just in time. Cody's frustration flares, but it leaves him wide open as Orton snaps with an RKO out of nowhere.
Here is your winner and new Undisputed WWE Champion, Randy Orton.
Randy Orton stands tall in the ring, his arms raised in triumph as he holds the Undisputed WWE Championship aloft, embracing the darkness that drove him to defeat Cody Rhodes and claim the title in a brutal, no-holds-barred match. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you like this video.